Hello, family and friends. I do want to talk about a couple things today. I'm not only able to increase our viewership for Glad Tidings Apostolic Assembly, but how we're able to grow the channel and also grow the brand as well. Let's get right into it. The first thing that I'm actually going to be bringing up is branding. Basically, the image, basically, whatever the picture is behind us, what we represent. So, for instance, we represent the place where God love is real. So, in terms of actually making that brand happen, I guess you can say it's more on the content picture creation side, if that makes any sense. So, our regular logo, is a cross with, several things behind it. Not only am I able to enhance that, but I'm also able to make the colors pop a little bit more and just make viewership attract to it, because viewership is important. That's how you reach your message, and that's also how you make an impact. Let's just be honest. Nowadays, everything is online, and the companies and organizations that will succeed online will be the people that will move forward. Second thing that I actually want to talk about is video creation. I've been doing video creation, I want to say, for about 4 years now. I actually operate on Adobe Premiere, and I also operate on something called Filmora X. It's just basically I wouldn't necessarily say simple editing software. It is pretty complicated here on my screen, but it is a software that kind of is the industry standard, and it's a software that I do recommend a lot of people to use. The third thing is going to be networking. I feel like networking is very important to not only grow the channel and grow the viewership, but networking is just important to, like I said, outreach your message in the best way. So, in terms of, some of the content that I have and some of the people that I've, engaged in over time, like different content creators, different artists, that's kind of just broadened my network a little bit better, and that's caused me to move forward more and more every day and get better. Fourth thing that I do want to talk about is going to be planning. And what I mean by that is any actual video that I edit, I always plan it in sequences. I don't really do anything on the fly. I think that's very important when it comes to this platform on YouTube, because everything, unfortunately, has to be accurate. Slight things off can just, turn your viewership away. And, we just kind of want the best quality possible. And I'm able to give that to us. Like I said before, 5 is kind of similar to 3, outsourcing. What I mean by outsourcing and, reaching for platforms is there is a software on OBS that when we decide to go live, that I'm able to show you guys here in a second, it can stream on 4 different platforms or 5 different platforms, such as Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and etc. And people that is subscribed to any one of those platforms will get a notification on all the social media that they have. So that's a plus, I guess you can say. The sixth thing is going to be music production. I do raw audio, and I also do audio on DAW, which is, a totally different topic. It does take a while when it comes to, the music production side, but I kind of mastered that, and I'm able to take certain beats and certain melodies and kind of outplug them and plug them as well, and make the best sound possible. Audio and input and output enhance. What I mean by that is basically our audio should kind of sound well. I'm actually going to give an example here. I'm going to talk a little bit, more in the mic. You really don't hear a lot of gain. You just kind of hear more of my voice and more of my volume, which is good. You want people to hear your message, especially when we're singing, or somebody wants to request a singing video from me. I'm able to not only enhance their audio but decrease that gain to make it sound just a tad bit more professional. I can give an example here in a minute. So this is me talking, just kind of regular, and this is me talking with regular gain. It kind of sounds worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse. So, like I said, I can make the audio sound a little bit more better, kind of like a podcast audio, if you would say. Eighth thing is the most important thing. I'm going to say thumbnails on that one. Thumbnails are very, very important when it comes to any YouTube channel. I'm actually going to get to that here in a second. So yeah, so those are the things that. So right here, you're actually going to see an example of thumbnails. Keep the faith. It's basically the picture behind the video that is going to, in a sense, attract the fan or attract the viewer. You know, it just looks like, wow, you know, I want to see what that guy's talking about. I can give another example. This was just a quick one that I did here. Let me see. Sorry about the music here. So let's see some thumbnails. Let's look for some thumbnails here. See, so right there, step 1, step 2, step 3, you know, of color correction. I also know how to do that as well. You know, it kind of just makes it pop. You know, the viewer definitely is going to want to see that. Or million streams, you know, that's makes it pop. He got the photo behind him of a man in a suit and tie with money. Or let's say how to grow. Interesting, you know, with the YouTube sign underneath it. There goes Brother Jack Smith. 10 mistakes new YouTubers make. That's another thumbnail. 1,000 it is. That's another thumbnail. So, you know, you guys are getting the message. We have left her in tears. That's another thumbnail that makes you want to click on it. So, in a sense, it's kind of like clickbaiting your viewers in a sense, and not at the same time. You know, So another thing that I actually want to talk about is going to be on the audio range. What I mean by that input and that output, and not having as much as gain, and the DAWs, and I'm also able to create music as well, slow down music, and gospel music. I do a little bit of R&B, trap soul, and etc. So this is actually a instrumental that I end up doing to a guy that, you know, I actually know, and he's in the music industry. It's not necessarily gospel. This is more of R&B/rap kind of mixed in. I'm gonna let you guys actually hear this now. Worked very hard on it, and yeah. Before I actually do that, I'm able to process. I think it's roughly, if I'm not wrong, 100 tracks at one time. So when we're doing a virtual choir, or whatever we're doing, you know, I'm able to sync the voices all together through the input, and I'm also able to fix it during the duration of time as well. You know, you see we have up here 0.5, making sure everybody starts at 0.5, and you know, it's a lot of cool stuff that I'm able to do. So I'm gonna let you guys hear this in a second, and yeah. Okay, so that's actually going to bring it. Yeah, so that's going to be the beat or the track that I did decide to take. I mean, it's definitely good. I made sure the bass was kind of leveled out, and the effects and the markers as well. I basically just kind of enhanced it a little bit from what it already was, and I am going red on this threshold right here. You don't want to be past that threshold, because that's when you start to, you know, go over the hertz of 480, and you know, you push it about 6370 MBs. So yeah, but yeah, that's gonna bring it for that one. I don't think they realize the vocals they've been sleeping on. They tell me I can trust you, don't die, and I can really use you. That sounds terrible. See, my mom can sing, I can't sing. Cut it off. We're done with the video. See, I was just rusty that time, but I got it this time. Never would have made it. Oh, you. Oh no, see, that's just. All right, let me Forget it. Let me try one more time. I'm try rapping on the beat. Hey, never would have made it without you. When I've lost it all. Now I see how you were there for. I'm just copying his lyrics. Okay, y'all. I'm really done this time. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good day.